Most people say they want to make housing more affordable, but they don't agree about how to do it. Housing is at the core of a lot of issues our society is facing right now. For most people, housing is their single biggest fixed cost, and it is growing. The rising cost of living is the number one problem that voters say they're struggling with, and for most people, it's not the cost of eggs or hamburger helpers killing them, it's the cost of housing. When it comes to housing, what I think a lot of people want are good quality starter homes that start at $150,000 or $500 rents in high demand areas nearby lots of jobs. Now, people can debate what the exact price point should be because affordable means different things to different people, but the point is to make housing accessible to the biggest number. Now, those are totally understandable things to want, but they don't really exist today, and understanding the reasons why not is really important. There are a lot of people on both the right and the left who have invented these complicated theories about why housing is so expensive that just aren't supported by any evidence. For example, on the MAGA right, a lot of people believe that illegal immigrants took all the housing, and all you gotta do is deport all the immigrants, and housing will suddenly be affordable again. And on the left, a lot of people believe there's no housing shortage at all, and it's just greedy corporations artificially pushing up the cost. I am here to tell you that both of those stories are just untrue. The reality is just normal economics. There is more demand for housing than there is supply, so the cost goes up. Economics 101. This is going to be the kind of post that's designed to piss off everybody. The reason we don't see those $150,000 starter homes is because the product just costs more to build than that. There are real world hard costs that builders face, and those are usually labor, materials, financing, and permitting. Now, labor and materials are regional and national markets, and the Trump administration's policies around immigration and tariffs are sharply increasing those prices right now. A lot of the lumber and drywall that goes into a new house or a new apartment is imported from Canada or Mexico, and the people who hang that drywall or frame those houses are immigrants themselves. Same with financing. Builders borrow a lot of money to finance their projects, and so when interest rates go up, the cost to borrow that money goes up too. And whether you are making lemonade or cars or housing, higher input costs mean higher prices. Local permitting and zoning regulations are also a major bottleneck to housing, and they are almost completely controlled by local governments who have made them that way. Right now, there's this hyper-specific maze of regulation that is different in every single area. A lot of builders don't know what they'll be allowed to build until they put in a permit application, and then it might take a year or 2 or 3 years negotiating with the local government about what they're allowed to build. And that is consultants and lawyers and architects going back and forth forever about tiny, tiny details. So a builder building a couple of townhouses might rack up a few $1,000,000 in cost before one shovel goes in the ground, and yeah, that shows up in the sticker price. Making it simpler to build denser housing in high demand areas to bring down the cost of housing should be a top priority for every policymaker, but I'll let you in on a little secret. It is not today. There is some movement in the right direction in our legislature, but most local governments could be doing a lot more on this issue than they actually are.